Alrighty, welcome back to Fan of I, the podcast for Illinois fans. And we are catching up since our episode one. It's been a while, so let's get going because I don't know how long this is going to take. Alright, so since our last episode, we previewed the Northwestern game, and here we're going to recap it. So it was definitely a blowout. Illinois scoring explosion. 17 3 points. Pointers made. Let's see. David Merkovich, 4 out of 5. And Keaton Wagler, 3 out of 5. Ben Humrickhouse, 3 out of 6. Um, Big Z, 3 out of 5. 45% Illinois shot on 3 points. 48 um, overall field goal. I think one of the highlights from this was Illinois was able to hold Nick Martinelli to season low 4 points. It's right there. I didn't even see I put it in there. But yeah, Northwestern, I believe they're trying out the young phase, seeing what they have. Kind of, not saying they're giving up on the season, but they're seeing what some of their players can do, and didn't look too good in this game. Illinois again, big win. And then they follow that up with one of the big games, which they did drop in overtime to Michigan State at Michigan State. It was a top 10 matchup, as you see at the Breslin Center. Uh, Jeremy Fierce Jr. did have a moment. If you've been following his saga of dirty plays, let's call them. But he did have obviously the best game here, probably for his season. He was probably the best player on the game in the game. He did outplay Keaton Wagler. Fierce, 26 points, 15 assists. His teammates made shots. That's how you get 15 assists. Again, Keaton struggled, 2 for 16, 2 for 8 from 3, as you see in the box score here. He did end up with 16 points, which is pretty 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 amazing. If you're an Illini fan, this was a tough game to move past on. I mean, I think, man, this was a tough one. Keaton had a chance to win it in regulations, missed the three. Um, Jake Davis rebounded, hit two clutch free throws to send it into overtime. In overtime, give all credit to MSU. They were able to pull it out. Keaton had a chance at the in the last possession. He made a three, got it down, cut the lead, stole the ball, and he did not take the shot. He passed it to Jake. Can't blame him for that one. Jake passed it to Big Z. Big Z, I think, felt the pressure of the time, shot the ball. Was not a good shot. He did get the shot up though. Um, yeah, again, all credit to MSU for this one. They were able to pull this one out. Um, and then Illinois comes home, plays Wisconsin, and the Badgers rallied from 12 points down uh, to come back. Forget their lead guard, not Blackwell, but Nick Boyd. What a game he had. Blackwell as well. Of course, they both really big. Going back to the MSU game, they did look a little tired towards the end of the game, and I feel like that showed up here at this game. In this game, also, again, Wisconsin was kind of had the game. Illinois kind of forced it into overtime, but then in overtime, again, Wisconsin was just they were just lights out this game, and Keaton, I mean, he had 34 here, as you see, 12 for 23, 5 for 10 from three. Illinois shot 45% here, but again, I think 53 from the field. Again, Wisconsin just they do what they do best here. Their two guards uh, just doing the threes. I mean, even though Illinois hit 15, which is a lot. Again, I think this game just kind of raised the eyebrows as far as why can Illinois not get a stop. So again, this was a two-game slide for Illinois. Uh, their next contest was Indiana, which again as you see there, they snapped the two-game skid. They beat up the Hoosiers pretty good. This was the return for Boswell. 4 for 10, 1 for 3. Didn't look great, but again, I think it was just nice to see him out there, especially after struggling against guards. Beards had 15 assists, and then Wisconsin's backcourt duo just lighting us up. It was nice to get Boswell back. Uh, yeah, it was a great win. Again, not sure if this one kind of helped stomach the two previous losses, but obviously it was better than a three-game losing streak. Then they headed out west, Illinois, USC. Again, this one kind of hoped a little bit better too. Just a total blowout. Let's look at the box score here. Davi had a good game. Well, I guess not really, but 14 points. Uh, this was a Stojakovic game here, 6 for 10. He only shot 1 3, 22 points. Keaton, 10 points. Kind of struggled here as well. Jake Davis, 4 for 4, all threes. Uh, yeah, this was a laugher. I think some Illini fans called it, and at this point, we were looking forward to sweeping this trip. And of course, that did not happen here. UCLA recap 95-94 in overtime. Like, of course, if I'm sure you heard about this, but UCLA was down 23 points and got it down to 10 with like 10 minutes to go in the first half. It was a miracle comeback again, 33 to 10 down early. Donovan Dent, uh, coast to coast game winner. He had 14 assists, which again, like Jeremy Fierce, um, they're not doing anything great. Their teammates are hitting shots. I mean, give them all credit. I mean, it's still a pretty good statistic, but feel like they're not being Magic Johnson out there or anything. Their teammates are just hitting shots, so of course they're going to get the assist here. This game here, it was a pretty balanced, as you can see. Well, this was the Ben game, 5 for 10. I think he started out hot and then he kind of missed, and he made uh, I don't know if one or two real late. This was another one that just made me sick to my stomach. Uh, and we're gonna preview the, the last game here, of course, the Michigan game, and this game should have been so much more, but just those three losses uh, kind of takes away from the fun of what this game should have been. It'll still be a great game, of course, tomorrow. Yeah, we still got 30 minutes. So, yeah, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central in Champaign. Tickets were crazy. I think upper deck tickets were like 200 right now. And courtside, I think I saw an option for 6 grand. And I get it, it's fans that are going to the game and they're just putting a ridiculous number out there. And if someone takes it, hey, they'll take the money. So you can't blame them, as you see. It is sold out, so you definitely have to dish out some money. This is the Mores homecoming, of course. Michigan's favorite, as you see. Uh, let's look at the some of the main things going into the game. Michigan could actually clinch it here, which let's see what kind of pride Illinois has in coming out, making sure they don't have the opposing team celebrating on their home turf, of course. The two front courts, I like this the trees versus the trays. So of course you got Mara, Mraz. I'm pretty sure you could include Yaxo in that against David. Uh, and we'll see who they start, but David and of course Tommy. They're trees as well, but they're more of trays, of course, because they can definitely shoot the ball. So that's kind of something to keep an eye out. Who has the better game? I'm sure you guys have heard this enough, especially Michigan fans. But streak versus dominance, I like that one as well too. Illinois has won 9 consecutive games against Michigan. However, of course, obviously Michigan has been the team this year in the Big Ten. Average margin of victory is about 16 points. They both defend or they both rebound pretty good, as you can see. So who actually rebounds tomorrow night will probably be pretty big in determining the winner. Uh, Kind of a fun little thing here. Kylan Boswell against Elliot Cadell. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Cadell. Let's see who makes more threes. That could be a big difference. That matchup right there. And then the last one, Michigan's primary weaknesses, of course, ball security, ranking 14 in the Big Ten, and turnover percentage. Of course, if you're an Illini fan, you've heard this all year. Of course, is Illinois just does not turn teams over. So we'll see if Illinois can. We'll see what gives. Of course, does Michigan turn the ball over with a team that doesn't turn people over, or vice versa? Of course, at home, the crowd. Um, I don't know how Michigan comes into this game, of course, because you really have no pressure. Uh, I think if they lose two in a row, then the pressure might get on them. But I mean, I'm pretty sure they're already calling themselves the Big Ten champion, which is fine. They've earned it, of course. When I done the video sooner, looking ahead, I wanted to take a look at Michigan's schedule, Illinois' schedule, and Illinois definitely had the more favorable schedule. Of course, again, they lost 3 games. They should have beat MSU, but even if you lose that one, you gotta beat Wisconsin, you gotta beat UCLA, and then the next 2 games they should win as well. Um, I guess the only thing we can take moving forward as a fan of I is we gotta win this game. Okay, win the final 2 games, and then you gotta win the Big Ten tournament. And how does Illinois not get the last number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament? So that is definitely something to play for. You gotta beat Michigan at home. You gotta win your final 2 games. I believe once at home and once on the road. Oregon at home, Maryland on the road. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. I might be wrong. But you gotta win both of those, and you gotta come out and compete like Michigan did last year. So last year MSU won the season Big Ten championship, of course. Michigan won the Big Ten tournament. Uh, Illinois, you gotta do what Michigan did last year. You gotta win the tournament, and then you have a pretty good chance at getting the number one seed in the tournament. If you don't, I mean, if you lose to Michigan, you win the final two games. You still got to do that. Come on, and you win maybe two in the. I know they got a chance to get a triple bye. I'm not sure how that all works out yet, but maybe you win one or two in the Big Ten tournament. Um, you might still get a two seed. Just depends on what everyone else does. But that's kind of worst case scenario. I think if Illinois just bombs the rest of the season, I'm assuming they couldn't go any lower than a three. Again, we could be wrong, but I could be wrong. we, but Illinois, just make your fans proud here. Beat Michigan at home. You don't even have to destroy them. You don't just let's get a good performance. We're gonna have to make some threes. I would say, you know, more than 10, ideally 15. I think that's what Wisconsin hit 15 to beat them. Illinois is capable of making 15 threes, I think. We need a big game from Keaton, 20. David's got to give us 12, 15. If we know David well, he's got to be excited about that matchup against Mraz. I know he doesn't know him, but I'm sure his teammates have filled him in. Tommy got to give us 10 at least. Big Z got to give us 10 here. Jake and Ben, I think we need 20 out of them combined. Whether one scores 15 and one scores 5 or both take the easy round and score 10 and 10. The boss, well, again, that matchup against Elliott, you just got to do better than him. So if Elliott gets us 10, Boswell, we need 15. What are we missing here in this matchup? Oh, Yaxel. Yaxel and Andre, right? Let's make that a push, Andre. Just if he gets a bucket, you gotta go get a bucket. So let's make a little prediction here. Illinois 90 at home. Michigan 87. Illinois closes this game out. Michigan has the ball. 5 seconds left. Illinois, for once, the last 2 years, does not lose the game at the buzzer. How about that one? Until the next episode, have a good night.